Hello there, welcome to another 19 Stone Ninjas devlog. I'm Chris, and I'm going to be taking you through a game that I've been working on over the last few weeks. Now, for those of you who may have watched some of our other devlogs, it's been quite some time since I posted anything. The text posts that I've put together have explained mostly why that has been, but I will do it here for those of you who just watch the videos. I've had a lot of things going on in real life. I had a very, very busy contract that took up a lot of my time, a lot of extra hours out of hours, so I couldn't really work on the game. So that means that Subnet it hasn't fallen by the wayside or anything, but it has been put on hiatus for some time now. Because it's been such a long time since I last looked at any game dev, to get myself back into it, I thought I would do a small game. Now, as all game projects go, it's ended up being a bit more than I expected it to be, but I have made considerable progress, and I'm not actually too far off having a working game. I just need to put a few more rules in place. So what this is intending to do, this is a game called Subnet Contracts at the moment. It's a working title. I will eventually come up with something better than that, but this is a kind of I would say a trading card game crossed with a kind of roguelike 2D interface. It's you'll see when I show you it. I'm going to take you through some of the screens today. But as I said, I just wanted to get back into it, get back into the code, get back into how to work with a game, because a lot of the code that I've been writing recently has all been service-based, enterprise level systems, and it's considerably different to how game dev works. And plus, you know, Unity has been upgraded a number of times since, and that's my engine of choice. So anyway, without further ado, I shall take you into the game, and I will explain what's going on as we go through it. Okay, so as you can see, it's a blank screen, nothing on it. It's a bit weird for a game, but this is a procedurally generated game, so everything comes from a few select prefabs. At the moment, there's only, for example, I'm building a city, but the city is very, very basic right now. It's just a flat plane with a few buildings on it, and there's only one building type right now because I'm just prototyping. I'll start worrying about the look and the aesthetics and the feel and the camera angles and all of the other stuff and the proper, you know, generation at a later date. So let's start the game up so you can see what goes on here. So as you can see, it's very basic. It's just an isometric view of some blocks right now with some names over the top of them. Now, all of this is procedurally generated, so if I stop the game and then start again, you'll see, if you scroll back and forth, you'll see that that is completely different. Now, some of them overlap. I'm not too worried about all this at the moment. I just needed something that I can work with. Each of these buildings that you see is, as I said, procedurally generated. The names and the building types and all of the attributes of each of these buildings is all automatically generated via some algorithms in the background. Now, each building is also a contract. Now, the contracts are in place, so it's to fill some of the story up within Subnet itself. There's a section of the story within the Subnet main arc where Byron goes off and hones his hacking skills. So this is kind of to fill it in, so it fits in quite nicely. Now, I've had a strategic kind of card game in my head for quite some time. This is heavily influenced by games like Hearthstone, games like Gwent in The Witcher 3, which is one of my favourites. I really thoroughly enjoyed playing that, and this takes quite a lot of influence from it, but it's, again, quite different as well. So now, again, each of these buildings, see that we're using the same horrible menu sounds that I'm using in Subnet, but each of these buildings is a contract, and when we click on one, it opens up a new contract. There's no frills here at the moment. Nothing is animated, nothing looks pretty. It's just very, very basic. We've got two players, person on the left, person on the right. The person on the right is AI at the moment. Person on the left is yourself, player one. You've got a number of skills, and you've got underneath the skills, so these are the skills that you have in your hand right now. You have a number of skills in a deck. Now, at the moment, I've just set it to 30 skills per deck, just to make testing a bit easier, but it may be 100 skills per deck. I don't know yet. I may, at the moment, it's all randomly generated, but I may very well allow you to choose your deck and maybe collect cards over the course of a number of games. I don't know yet. I'm thinking that up. But at the moment, there's a deck. 30 cards. This here, this black area here, is your discarded deck. So these are discarded cards within this particular contract. There's some things that I'm thinking of doing with those particular cards, may give you cards back from that deck, etc. But this is your main hand. So at the moment, this is just each of these skills has a attack rating, and on the right hand side, as you can see, we've got the AI, and this is the same. Now at the moment, the cards are facing us, or the skills are facing us only for testing, but eventually I will be just blanking these off. But again, the AI is randomly generated. Now on the right hand side, you also see that there's only 18 in this guy's deck, so that's 28 in all. I've done that because at the moment it's procedurally generated between I believe between 15 or 10 and 30 cards that are generated per AI. Every contract has a different AI in it. So the main premise of the game is to exceed per layer the attack rating of the AI. You win by completing two or more layers, or winning two or more layers. Again, this is influenced by Gwent's not turn-based. Sorry, it's influenced by Gwent's each. You've got turns within a game, so you have 3 games in Gwent, but this has got 3 layers within one game, so it's organised slightly differently, and you keep the same hand all the way through. Each time you play a skill into the main area, that's your turn ended, and then the AI goes. Each time you play, each time it's your turn, you have the facility to pass or exfiltrate, and exfiltrate just means leave the contract. It's just a word to say give up, essentially. But this pass button down here allows you to pass within this layer. Once this layer is completed, and either both players have passed or one player has won, as in one player's passed and the other one has exceeded it, but again, you can keep playing skills if you want, you will move into the next layer. So we've got application layer, transport and link layer, and these 3 layers represent what you might how you might approach hacking a particular a device in some way. So you've got your application layer, which has software on it, your transport layer, which has your communication protocols on it, and your link layer, which is kind of the lower level, not hardware, but it links between the hardware and the communication protocols. So there's another thing that I'm working on as well, that the skills at the moment, these skills are all just thrown in there. There's no real thought put into them, but the skills are, you're only going to be able to have or play certain skills in certain layers, and each of those layers are going to affect each other as well, depending on what cards you play. So there's a lot more to it than I'm going to be showing you today, but I've got the basic mechanics working today, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's say I want to play Packet Sniffer. Now, as you see, that's now moved down to 9. As soon as I let go of that, I've drawn another card from my deck. 19. Now in the meantime, you might have noticed that these things changed here, so it went over to active to the AI, and the AI at the moment, it calculates instantly, but I've got a coroutine in there that just waits around for a few seconds just to show you that the AI is doing something. So if we do that again, and if we watch the middle section, so I'm playing Packet Sniffer 2, so this should go up to 4 in the middle, then it'll move over to active for this player, they will play, and then it's up to me now. Now I've got a rating of 4 here. They've played 2 cards. I've played 2 cards. The cards that the AI is playing at the moment are all random. That will be. I'm in the process of writing an algorithm to do all the AI card selection and balancing and weighting, etc. But I'm not, again, too concerned about that until I've got the full mechanics of the game working. So now at this moment, I might want to say, right, I want to pass, because I don't particularly care about winning this layer. I've played 2 cards that are particularly relevant for this layer, or for example, in Gwent, you might in the first layer, you might want to play all your spy cards, which gives the other player more skill. It gives them more attack, but you get to draw cards. So that might be something that I implement in this, something like that, a skill that does something similar. But whatever, anyway, you might want to pass this layer. So the AI, I've now passed. Now the AI has to play at least a card at least one card to get itself over. So now that has, the AI won the application layer, so it's now up to me to win this layer here. I can't do much while the AI is working. There's a lot of things I need to disable. The AI is kicking my ass at the moment. There you go. Now it's got 25. I can't really beat the AI now because of these cards are all 2s and 1s. So it'd make more sense for me to pass. Now at this moment, because the AI is now 1-2, he didn't play a card then, he just passed because he already exceeded my score. But there may be other things in there, like the AI might want to keep playing. So if the AI passes for any reason, I can't get the AI to pass at the moment, but if the AI passes for any reason, I might want to keep playing cards. But if you keep playing cards after a player passes, you don't get another skill. So it incentivizes you to play some cards, but not all the cards. Anyway, so that's basically what I've got so far. Once you've all passed, yeah, we'll play a card now. It's played one card, and then that's it. That contract is now complete and finished with. So at the moment, this doesn't do much, but what's going to happen is you're going to get a rating or an attack rating that allows you to eventually build up so you can attack the AI in the headquarters for the particular area that you're in. So there's quite a lot more work to do there in terms of how that works mechanically, but that's essentially what the game's going to be. There's going to be a lot more into it, and to be fair, it's taken a lot more time to get it to this point than I thought. And this is the problem with game dev. It always takes longer than you expect. But I mean, we can go back into any of the other contracts and do it now. We've got a bug here with these passed. That's something I wasn't aware of, but I will change that right now. But we can also, if we cancel out of a contract, it will then say, right, if you want to cancel, that's fine, but you're going to lose everything that's in your hand and everything that's in all your decks. Everything that's in your discard deck. So you'll lose all skills in play in your hand and in the discard deck. So anything that's in here, here, and here. Now at the moment, the discard deck, again, there's a bug there. It hasn't been cleared out from the last contract. But each contract you're going to have a discard deck, which you will get back if you win. If you lose, you're going to lose it. So there's an incentive to win every contract, and there's an incentive to build up your skills over a longer period. So again, there's a lot of time that I've put into kind of designing this, but there's also a lot more work I need to do to get it to a point where it's a playable game, even with the basics that are going on now. So if I click yes, we come out of that. That's then completed this. I can't do anything with it now. But if I go to here again, I've only got 4 skills because all of my others have been discarded. In all, 24 skills will be lost. Now again, it's not blanking that out, but there we go, that's it. Now I can't actually do anything. It's probably going to start erroring on the Unity side. I shouldn't really be able to go into another contract. That should be game over because I've run out of skills. So that's essentially the game as it stands right now. Now, as I said, I'm not forgetting about Subnet. I've put a hell of a lot of work into Subnet, but it's a really complicated game, and it's got to a point now where the hacking itself is becoming quite. It's a bit laborious as it stands. All of the network connections all work nicely, but in terms of the actual mini game, the hacking mini game doesn't work. So this is hopefully going to fill in that slot as well, and I'm quite looking forward to getting it finished so I can put it into the main Subnet game. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in anything we do, go on to our website, www.19stoneninjas.com, and we're also on Twitter. Well, I'm on Twitter, at 19ninjas. And thank you very much for watching. Catch you later, guys. Bye bye.